Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Report, the channel where we simplify cryptocurrency, finance, investing, and all things money. In today's video, we're exploring an exciting development in the world of investing, MicroStrategy's addition to the NASDAQ 100. We'll break down who MicroStrategy is, what the NASDAQ 100 represents, and, most importantly, how this inclusion could impact MicroStrategy's stock price. If you're an investor or just curious about the markets, stay tuned because this one's going to be packed with insights. Let's start with the basics. Who is MicroStrategy? MicroStrategy, or MSTR, is a publicly traded company best known for its enterprise analytics software. Founded in 1989 by Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy offers cloud-based business intelligence and analytics tools that help organizations make data-driven decisions. But in recent years, MicroStrategy has gained fame for a different reason. It's become one of the largest institutional holders of Bitcoin. Under Saylor's leadership, the company pivoted its strategy to include Bitcoin as a treasury asset, using its balance sheet to buy billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. This has made MicroStrategy not only a tech company, but also a Bitcoin proxy, with its stock price closely tied to the price of Bitcoin. Now, what exactly is the NASDAQ 100? The NASDAQ 100 is one of the most prestigious stock indices in the world. It includes 100 of the largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange, spanning sectors like technology, healthcare, consumer goods, and more. Unlike broader indices like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100 has a heavy focus on tech companies. Think Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, and Alphabet. These are the giants that drive innovation and dominate global markets. In total, the NASDAQ 100 has a market capitalization of over $19 trillion as of 2024, making it a major player in the investment world. So why is being included in the NASDAQ 100 such a big deal? Well, it's because the index is widely followed by institutional investors, mutual funds, and ETFs, exchange-traded funds. Funds that track the NASDAQ 100 are required to buy shares of every company in the index, which brings us to MicroStrategy. Let's talk about the potential impact of this inclusion on MicroStrategy's stock price. When a company gets added to the NASDAQ 100, it triggers a chain reaction in the market. First, index tracking funds and ETFs have to adjust their holdings to include the new company. This means they'll start buying shares of MicroStrategy to reflect its addition to the index. The sheer scale of this buying activity can be significant. For example, the Invesco QQQ Trust, the largest ETF tracking the NASDAQ 100, has over $200 billion in assets under management. Other funds that track the NASDAQ 100 or benchmark against it will also need to include MicroStrategy, creating additional demand for its stock. This demand could lead to a short-term boost in MicroStrategy's stock price as institutional investors accumulate shares. Historically, companies being added to major indices like the NASDAQ 100 often experience a pop in their stock price due to this increased demand. But the impact doesn't stop there. Inclusion in the NASDAQ 100 also enhances a company's visibility and credibility. It signals to the market that MicroStrategy is a key player in its sector, which can attract new retail and institutional investors. Increased visibility often translates to higher trading volumes and improved liquidity, making it easier for investors to buy and sell shares. Another factor to consider is the long-term impact. With more institutional investors holding MSTR shares, the stock could see reduced volatility over time. While MicroStrategy has been known for its wild price swings, largely due to its Bitcoin holdings, being part of a major index could stabilize its trading patterns to some extent. Now let's zoom out and look at the broader implications. MicroStrategy's inclusion in the NASDAQ 100 isn't just a win for the company, it's also a signal for the cryptocurrency market. As a Bitcoin-heavy company, MicroStrategy's addition reflects growing acceptance of crypto assets in mainstream finance. This move could encourage other companies with crypto exposure to pursue similar strategies, potentially paving the way for more crypto-related firms to enter major indices in the future. It's a sign that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are no longer fringe assets. They're becoming integral parts of the financial system. Of course, there are risks to consider. While index inclusion often leads to a short-term price boost, it doesn't guarantee long-term gains. MicroStrategy stock will still be heavily influenced by the price of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin experiences significant volatility or regulatory challenges, MSTR's stock could follow suit. Additionally, while increased institutional ownership can stabilize a stock, it also means greater scrutiny. Institutional investors tend to demand transparency and strong financial performance. MicroStrategy will need to maintain its position as both a tech leader and a crypto pioneer to keep investors on board. So, what should investors watch for in the coming months? First, keep an eye on the trading volumes and price movements of MSTR leading up to and following its inclusion in the NASDAQ 100. This will give you an idea of how much buying activity is being driven by index tracking funds. Second, pay attention to Bitcoin's price action. Since MicroStrategy's stock price is closely tied to Bitcoin, any major moves in the crypto market could impact MSTR. And finally, look for updates from MicroStrategy itself. The company's continued innovation in business intelligence and its Bitcoin strategy will be key to sustaining investor confidence. And that's a wrap on today's video. We've covered who MicroStrategy is, what the NASDAQ 100 represents, and how this addition could impact MSTR's stock price. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the financial world. Got questions or thoughts about MicroStrategy or the NASDAQ 100? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy investing and stay informed.